Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Virgins are not qualified to discuss sexual dynamics. Oh yeah, I gotta go there. Now I already presented some of this on my Patreon. And, I said, hey fellas, y'all want me to cover that publicly? They were like, yeah. Because, see, here's a problem I have. And this is not even just virgins in the comments. I can halfway live with that because they asking questions. But virgin content creators, a lot of them in the black pill community, or they either virgins or like their sexual experience, they can count on one hand and still have fingers to make a gun. I mean, seriously. And they you know what? Here's the thing that annoys me. They try to sell somebody like who's pretty much been in the pussy since preteens and stuff, or really been out there. They be trying to tell them like the game and stuff. Because let's be real, the game is man gets women for sex. Let's just be real with it. Even all the social stuff is to get women for sex. All right? But you get some guys, they think they know what the women want sexually. And I'm like, how you know? Because sexual dynamics, that's really what's going on when men and women interact. Now, I give it to them, the most they can talk about is being a virgin and not getting any. But they can't talk about who really getting the pussy out here and stuff. And I'm going to tell you why. One, they don't have personal experience. And two, here's one thing I found with a lot of these guys. A whole lot of them. They have very little actual interaction with women beyond their mamas. And sometimes they ain't cool with their mamas. But they be trying to tell everybody else, hey, this is what you need to do to get a woman. Motherfucker, you ain't had your dick sucked. You ain't seen no parts of the pussy. But you trying to tell another man that he ain't qualified to get pussy based on a bunch of dubious stuff, watching some videos or something, watching some stuff on TikTok. Some women going crazy over a certain type of man, some Chad or something. First of all, and it's like I said in a car video a couple days ago, women, they can flirt with a guy and don't want to get with him. You can't count what you see on camera. The women might make that little cute thing, and then the guy say, hey, can I get your phone number? He's like, oh, no. And then go mess with somebody that don't look like anywhere near the guy. Seriously, I'm going to tell you what, when you be out here in the real world, the type of men who actually getting sex, like really getting sex, is totally different from what some virgins think. Or they get too technical and say, well, if you do this and that, how the fuck you know? How many women whose cheeks have you clapped? How would you know? Because look, I'm going to tell you something now. Well, before I get into even that, because I'm about to hit y'all a little deep. It would seem simple, but it's some deep shit. Before that, think about, I'm going to use an analogy, a very simple one. If there were some content creators telling you how to be millionaires, telling you how specifically how to be millionaires, would you listen to them if, their job is a minimum wage part-time job? Or they don't have anything to they don't have any indication. They don't have anything to show for it, bank statement, nothing. They broke. They never been a millionaire. At least if they were broke but been a millionaire, they could at least say, well, this is how I made the million, this is how I lost it, this is how I'm getting it back. Right? You'd laugh at that person. Homeless person try to say, hey, this is what you need to do to make money. You would laugh at that person. Yeah, you got some dudes on here, some dudes who, they don't give any indication they actually deal with women. I mean, seriously, they don't give any implication. Like, yeah, I talked to these women, they did this, this, and this. I'm like, hold the fuck up. Because if you in the real world, and that's why I always say, get out in the real world, you be like, well, it ain't quite what they talking about here. But somebody following them and say, well, it's this study and stuff. I'm like, well, if you go out in the real world, you be seeing some scuzzy ass shit. Like I did in that car video yesterday. Women, they got different levels of sex be having. They be doing a bunch of stuff. And let's not even get into the shadow world. And if you got some guys having sex regularly and stuff, ain't been in the shadow world, they take it to a new level. But what I was going to say that was going to go deeper, there's a big difference between being a virgin and actually even having just one really good sexual experience. And let's not get into if you've had like 50 good sexual experiences. There's a big difference. First of all, if once that man get that first, it's a significant event. Like I always talk about the imprint with women, men get imprinted too. And shit, ours is actually simpler than the woman's, really. We just need one. There's a big ass difference. If a man, say a man's a virgin, and he get that one good woman that is physically attracted to him, man, it will change his whole being. It will change his whole being. It will unleash parts of him he didn't know existed. Like that really good nut. Shit. And that's something he, masturbation or something. Like he get in there, she put that grip on him. You can feel that pulse in her. Her pussy start to talk to him. Shoot, you hear that like slushy sound? Shoot, it's a big ass difference. A big ass difference. It gives you a different perspective in everything. And it'll change how you even interacting with women and all of that. So imagine you got several of those. It's a whole different dynamic. But see, part of the problem is you got some guys, they listening to another guy. Like one part, I've said this countless times. You get some men who go to another man to rape them. That man don't have a vagina. He can say whatever. Women, I'm gonna tell you something with women, man. They'll look at something on you ain't thinking about. It's like a fashion model said, a male model said to me one time, she said, man could have no teeth, but a woman like it for some reason. In fact, one of the biggest players I know, well, I haven't seen him in decades, but that dude had no upper teeth. I mentioned him before. And I seen him straight pull some women. Shit, I remember I was at a party and shit, man. I was trying to go in this room where the coats were. He slammed the door. Dude, like, naked with some woman in there naked. They had no teeth. Look, here's the reality, man. You got guys, you got the blind leading the blind. You got the blind, and it's messing up. I'm going to tell you what, here's the issue I have. Two things. One is messing up a lot of guys. It's messing up a whole lot of guys. They following the wrong person. They wondering why nothing's changed for them. The shit getting worse for them. I say, well, shit, why don't you go find somebody who actually, you actually know out here doing something, like the women responding to them properly or something. Shit. Because at the end of the day, unless you got video, you don't know if they actually fucking, but you can get an idea. Shit, if you see somebody walking along, got like 4 kids that look at him, he getting something. Shit, talk to him. Or the women you happen to overhear some women and they lusting over them or even saying they fucking. Okay, pay attention to that. But shit, be asking somebody who ain't got none or anything. And that's a problem. That's leading something. But a second thing, you get those same type of guys, they want to argue with somebody who know what they talking about. Because I've caught that sometimes. Got some motherfucker, shit, been having sexual contact with females since I was 10. Yeah, it was the best 30 seconds of her life, but still, that's when it got started and shit, man. But you get some motherfucker like don't even know what the fuck they talking about on some fantasy shit. I'm like, based on what? Did you experience it? Because I'm gonna tell you what, and this is something. Cousin T-Talk talked about it when we did that Diesel Men in the Shadow World thing. And he's always talked about it. Women be weaving some stuff and some guys be believing the shit. Because the women that play that game, they act all pristine in public and stuff, and they'll show like maybe some interest in somebody publicly, but then that person ain't getting none. He look good for show, and then they get him with some nasty dude on the side. Because that's the key to understanding it. Who a woman gonna fuck? Now who she gonna be seen with publicly? Because there's plenty of like dead-end marriages, stuff like that, and it is pretty much how a woman gonna respond to a person, where she gonna respond to them. Like, and there's a lot of dynamics. Like, I give you a very good dynamic. Older men and younger women. A lot of people think it's about money. No, not really. Now, it can be, but it's really more, you get a lot of younger women, they mess with an older guy because they feel like he know what he's doing in bed sexually. Seriously. Because there's plenty of old, shoot, I've met some guys. I remember this dude who fixed a shade tree mechanic that fixed my car one time. Dude was he was in his 70s. Had a 5-year-old son. And the woman was about 29 or 30. when she had his baby. I've known a couple guys like that. This guy didn't have no money. Could have halfway paid that guy in some beer or something. This dude didn't have no money. Shit, you got some old guys like that. But the women who deal with them, shoot, they just want that sexual shit. Shit, my father's like that. Got women dealing with women younger than me. And he ain't spending, he a cheap ass motherfucker. He ain't spending no money on it. He purposely, he say, nah, they be bringing in food. They don't think he got money. But that's how it is. And that's just one dynamic. That's one dynamic. There's a lot of shit that's happening that you're not seeing. And one of the things, and see, like I said, a bigger problem, I'm going to tell you what, like saying virgin types, they don't even deal with women, period, even on the platonic shit. Because I'm going to tell you what, if you got a big enough social circle of females that you can like interact with, you can at least get one of them might like you a little bit more. You friendly. Shit, she'll start flirting with you and shit. That's actually a prominent way. Let me give y'all, like the virgins, some game who want to actually learn something. Actually get friendly with some women. Don't listen to these guys telling you don't be friends with women. They ain't getting none either. Be friendly with women, but not friend zone. That's what it means. Don't try to be running all up and following her and doing all that stuff. But, you know, be that type. You're in a social circle. You can say hi, kick it and shit. And stuff. If you got like a group of maybe 20 women in the social circle, right? 20 women in the social circle. All you have to do is be cool, be friendly and everything. Forget all that, you know, dumb shit about frame, all that. Just be you. Let her see who you are. I guarantee at least one of them going to like you a bit more, and she'll start flirting with you. At least one, maybe even more. Just be cool. Seriously. Because that's how most men lose their fucking virginity anyway. That's the reality when you're young. That's how you learn. That's how you do it. Seriously, it's very easy. Those are the best relationships any damn way. But back to my point, man. You got some of these virgin dudes, content creators, trying to tell you stuff, doing all this shit, blind leading the blind, messing up some dudes. Because I'm gonna tell you something there. You know, because I saw, you know, that article. Yeah, 30% of these guys ain't having sex. Look. Everybody keep talking about how picky these women are. These women thirsty as shit out here. These women are thirsty as fuck out here. I ain't never seen. I'm gonna tell you what. I always say the game ain't really changed. One way I gotta give some dap to. I ain't never seen them this damn thirsty. But you got some guys out here, well, they won't want me because this guy said it. And you know, this guy measured my face and said, you know, I was only a 5. And I'm like. First of all, like I said, don't ask another man. You ain't trying to fuck the man. And if you are, that's on you. That's on you. So I don't get this shit flagged. I ain't hating. But I'm just saying, though, you want a woman, you need to be dealing with women. But, you know, you got some guys listening to them. And you know what? Sometimes they might be on a hustle, too. They might be on a hustle. Laughing at the guys following them. But, you know, that's something else. That's something else. But, man, you gotta listen to some motherfuckers don't know. It's like trying to get the inside. It's like trying to talk about fatherhood or something. Somebody don't have no kids and stuff trying to tell somebody else how to be a father. I'm like, how many kids you got? No kids. Okay. All right. Because trust me, even if you like in a position where you dealing with kids all the time, it's a big difference when those kids came out your loin. It's a big difference. Like, if somebody try to give me some advice or something, like, if somebody ever tried to say, hey, you should do this with your sons or something, say, how many children you got? How many sons you raised to adulthood? Now, if I get an elder and he successfully raised some sons, okay, I'm going to listen. But if I get somebody don't have younger, too. Hey, that's another thing, too. You get some motherfuckers out here, some young dudes, teens and 20s trying to tell you some shit. Ain't seen no parts of the pussy. Ain't dealt with like they ain't even had a good relationship. Fuck, just forget even the sex. Like a relation. They ain't been in a relationship. They ain't kissed a woman, but you be trying to talk all this shit. I'm like, motherfucker, you ain't experienced that shit. You talking to somebody and shit, and they come with me. Come up against me. I be like, dude, I probably forgot more about fucking and dealing with relationships than you know. Seriously. It's a damn shame. In civilized cultures, you will find like more elders anyway and listen to them because they done been through everything. None of this shit is new. All this shit is nothing but a rerun. you know. But somebody gonna listen to some motherfucker, especially a content creator or something. Motherfucker shit. Motherfucker ain't even out of motherfucker still in the same bedroom. Same bedroom that they been in all their lives. They ain't even can't even live on their own. Be trying to tell some people some shit. Please. Ain't dealt with the real world dynamics and shit. They even deal with sex. Cause trust me, you get out here in the real world, all of a sudden you gotta you gotta pay bills, you gotta work every day. You can't be trying to party all the time. Oh, it's a big difference. It's a big difference. Talking about they in uni or something, some shit. I'm like, get out in the world. It's a different dynamic. Because even as much as I say don't leave with your wallet, it plays a part. It plays a part. Now, as far as tricking or something, but if you're talking about a woman looking long term, she going to be looking at your wallet. Short term, hey, you don't need it. You don't need it. But long term, she's going to be like, what you do for a living? That's some real talk out here. But see, you got too many dudes leading other dudes. And it kills me when you get some older dudes, you're following some younger virgin motherfuckers. I'm like, what the fuck you asking him for? Period. Seriously. And I hate to say that because I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why I even bother this. I've lost track in 20 years of doing this. 20 fucking years of doing this. When I first came out with my book, Nice Guys and Players, in 2000, I had to spend a lot of time deprogramming some PUA types. I'm serious. I had to spend time doing that. I said they come to me for some coaching, something like that, consultation, whatever. Well, more coaching than now. I just do consultations. I ain't trying to coach anybody for real. Just watch my videos. Make it very simple. You don't have to be complicated than that. But man, I had to deprogram. People be getting some wrong ass information. Some straight up lies and shit. I'm saying, look, if you deal with enough women out this motherfucker, you deal with women. Like, I've dealt with everything from a rejection, just getting a kiss from the woman, just getting a good slow jam from her, one night stand, relationship, shit, live with one woman, married to another one. And even now, even that's a different relationship, because even my co-parent, people say, well, you're divorced and everything. That's still a relationship, because I can like stop this video, go over there right now and just walk on in the apartment. Now, think about that. So what type of relationship is that? I don't even have to call first. Think about that. I might just knock just out of courtesy. I don't have to. So... so I've seen all the shit. I have seen all the shit, and other dudes, other OGs and stuff, they already been through it. Already been through it. All the little stuff, all the shit that women done did. But dudes will, you got some dudes, man, they ain't even had a relationship. They ain't even kissed a girl. Shit. But be trying to tell people some shit. Like, shit. I had to say it because, like I was saying, man, I had to deprogram a lot of dudes. And even now, dudes be asking me some stuff, and they say, "What does PUA say this?" I say, "Don't hit me with that shit. I'm in the real world." Some of them, well, man, that's a whole other conversation. But they say, "Don't do this." I always get that. Always get that. Somebody say, "Well, they said this in this video." Okay, what's in the real world, motherfucker? I'm trying to tell you how to really win. Shit. But that's the thing. That's the thing. And that shit need to stop. Like, if you're going to listen to somebody, try to get an idea about the qualifications. Try to get an idea. Have they shown themselves to make money? Or if you want money or whatever you want. Or manage, because I talk about managing money. Like I said that millionaire example. I've never in one video say how to be a millionaire, because I ain't there. Best I could do is tell you how to get 6 figures. Seriously. But that's the thing. Now I know some people gonna be mad because of it. So what? Shit, let's go out in the real world. Let's take it to the streets. Seriously, and I don't mean in a violent way. Show me in the real world what you got. Seriously. Because we got to stop it. It's too much of a game. Because, see, one thing about online anyway, and this is why I tell, even with my stuff, go out and see for yourself. this can be a fantasy. Somebody behind a screen name and some shit like that, and they try and tell you some stuff, and they could be anything. You know, they can be anything, but it'll appeal to some people because it sound good and shit. But it's like, does it work? Meanwhile, you got some guys out here, they don't know about it. I've told some straight up players I've met about some of this stuff online. They say, damn, Rom, you get paid for that? I mean, that several times. It's like, they pay you for that? It's like, hey, you know. And if somebody say, well, you shouldn't get paid for it, don't watch the videos then. You know, don't watch the videos. Shit. I'd rather be, I told you, I'd rather be writing science fiction myself, but motherfuckers, and let's be real, motherfuckers want sex out here. If you want sex, let's put it like this, if you want sex, if you deep down want sex, it makes sense to ask for somebody who even seem like they know what they talking about, who got some experience and shit. And I'll tell you what, because I know some people question me and everything. I'm going to tell y'all what I told a detractor a very long time ago. I said, get some women you know whose words you can trust and ask them what they think of. Seriously. Not what some dudes think, because some dudes be on some jealous shit and some moist shit sometimes. Go find a woman. I did that. This dude did it too. And it was funny with it, right? I'm actually cool. I used to be mad at the dude. I'm like, whatever now. But the dude, the women, he said, the women said, okay, he look good. But they thought I was broke. They made it clear they thought I was broke. I was like, okay. Hey, I give it to him. But seriously. And I would say this. That's why I said I did that video. Said get some female friends. They'll tell you. Some female friends who will be honest with your ass. They'll tell you everything you need to know. So, but nah, this shit gotta stop, man. I don't mind. Somebody might say shots fired or something, man. But 2022, I'm tired of seeing the same bullshit over and over, man. And dudes up here complaining about women this, women that, thinking it's over and shit. And I've never in my life seen women this damn thirsty. Anytime, I'll be 57 next month, man. Anytime I still get random women, I'm just walking and be like, hey, how you doing? Smiling and shit. It's gotten to the point, they be friendly to the point, say, do I know you? Seriously. Ain't it just been like, no, like, what the fuck? I'm like, y'all that thirsty? I got gray hair and shit. And it's, you know, I don't look like that fitness model, more strong man and shit, or construction worker type of build and shit. And I'm like, wait a minute. Y'all kidding? Shit. But motherfuckers tripping and shit. Listening, the blind leading the blind. Listen to some motherfuckers ain't getting anything, fucking up this shit. Shit, every man out here, shit. I'm just gonna be real with you. Every man, if he just keep himself in shape, he should be having at least one woman on his tip. Every single man, and a decent one at that. But you know what? I've been talking long enough and shit. But I stand by everything I said. I stand by every word I said. Man, these dudes ain't qualified to talk about something they ain't engaged in. Seriously. Anyway, I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.